Hey guys, this is A-Bomb for noEHinTEAM, your #1 source for awesome. We just want to let you guys know about a new series that we're going to be releasing on first week, Black Ops 2. It is Maps 101. We want to break down each and every map for you guys, get really detailed, and make sure you guys know about all the best spots, all the best lines of sight, how to cap objectives, and how to do it in the best way possible.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We're going to be breaking down each game type. For example, some people on YouTube, when they do spots and lines of sight and things, they only really show you a tactic for one type of game type. It's usually domination, or someone will show you where to camp for a free-for-all round. We want to break it down in all terms. We want to show you the best way to keep that B-dom position, how to get that flag back, and all that good stuff. So look out for our series, because it's coming. Alright guys, if you listened to our last Black Friday video, we gave a report card on Modern Warfare 3, and you might have noticed that we left maps out in the grade, and we did that for a reason. We believe that maps deserves its own segment, because essentially maps really bring the whole game together. You can make or break your entire game series simply based on map design. If all the maps suck, you aren't going to come back and play it.
That's right. In most cases, when I look back at the Call of Duty titles over the years, I remember maps more than I remember little details about different guns and whatnot. In a lot of cases, the same guns are in the different games over and over and over again. So there's less to differentiate the game than there is map design. And we think map design is huge. As we mentioned at the beginning segment there, we're going to be doing a map series, and we just wanted to give you guys a little rundown on what we think about past Call of Duty maps.
And I figured, what better way to showcase that than some good old COD 4 gameplay. Back in the day, this was what everything was measured on, and people constantly, COD fanboys, long-time fans of COD, always go back to COD 4 as the brainchild to all other Call of Duties and how it should be measured on. And there were some great maps in COD 4.
Yeah, there were some good ones. I think people get a little bit overly nostalgic about it, because when you go back and really look at the maps, you realize, you know what, there's only a handful of really good maps in Modern Warfare, and or COD 4, whatever you're calling it. But when you look at some of the more recent titles, I feel like the overall map collection is better. And you know, what is it that makes a great map? You know, some people will say, "Oh, it's it's lighting, it's color, it's it's setting, it's tone, and all those sort of things." And those are all important. But when we're talking about Call of Duty, it's way more important that the game mechanics work well, that the map balance, this magical balance word that we always talk about, that it's there. And the best maps play well on all game types, and there are a ton in Call of Duty, and in particular. In Domination, the B-Dom is perfectly placed. That is what sets a good Call of Duty map apart from a poor one.
That's what basically allows you to play that map on all game types. Where's that B-Dom? Or where have they planted the capture the flag point so that one team's like, well, I've clearly lost this because we started on the wrong side.
Yeah, that's definitely a hallmark of a poor map. If you feel like you're at a disadvantage immediately, that's not a good design, that's for sure. And size comes into play too. Part of Call of Duty is its fast-paced action. Some small maps work really well, some are terrible, some big maps work well, and some of them are bad. I would say overall, like when we're looking back at this, Modern Warfare 2 actually had some excellent maps. It's too bad that the gameplay went so south.
Yeah, I completely agree on that. So, A-Bomb, what you're saying is size matters?
I guess I am saying that size matters. Like looking back on it, for example, this is kind of a side note, but it is dealing with maps. We all know that Nuketown 2025 is making itself found in Black Ops 2. Yeah, exactly. Yay! And I found it really funny that the amount of people that love Black Ops above and beyond all of the Call of Duty titles. And I feel like that the map design, as an overall, not all the maps, definitely, but as an overall, it was kind of a weaker title as far as map design, and everyone loved Nuketown, and it was horrible. It was tiny, which was funny because it was such a contrast from all of the other maps in that version, but it was just bad.
It was like the ugly child amongst it was weird because people back when you got to vote for maps, you could play Nuketown all day.
Oh, gosh.
Before they did the restriction where you can only play the same map twice.
And that was strictly because of Nuketown. That's why they made that change.
It just made me laugh because all other Black Ops maps didn't match that. And speaking of, again, map design and how things work, it just made me laugh that Nuketown was so popular and it's coming back. which wasn't a Black Ops concept at all.
No, it just did not fit with the other. It's like, it was, yeah, it really was. It was the odd kid out in the family. Like, you've got all these massive maps, and then you've got Nuketown. Just doesn't fit at all. But there were some really good maps there. You know, Nuketown is kind of an example of a poor small map. It would be better if they had, and this is totally A Canuck's idea. He mentioned, we were talking earlier this week, and he said, you know what, Nuketown would be great if there were some underground options so that you had more paths and you could break out of spawn traps a little better.
I want to see that in the new release. I want to see a couple of changes. I just think that a little underground sewer type thing would just add a little bit of a bigger element because, and this is I think why everybody liked Nuketown. Yeah, you could spawn camp like a spawn camping core.
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, you could see almost from your own spawn to the opposite spawn. All you had to do was hop up in the second floor window, and you could see right into the other team's spawn, and that's an issue.
And it's YouTube friendly galore. It just drove me crazy.
Yeah, terrible. But there are lots of good small maps. Over the years we've had Scrapyard in Modern Warfare 2, Terminal's a great one that was in Modern Warfare 2 and now Modern Warfare 3. Vacant.
Well, there's ways of making things a small map good. Summit, my favorite map for Black Ops. Clearly, you did the proper. See, what ruins a map and how it's played are ridiculous lines of sight. If you give somebody the ability, and this is why I couldn't stand Array on Black Ops, was you gave someone a ridiculous amount of lines of sight. You encouraged someone to lie down and camp. And again, if you want to play free-for-all and try and camp, go ahead. Let your score reflect that you're a camper. The reason why I can't stand those maps is any other game mode where you want your teammates to help you to cap things. No, they sat back and collected kill streaks, trying your dogs or whatever. And that just absolutely angered me.
Yeah, it was annoying. One thing's for sure, like Black Ops, because of the size of the maps, which were, everyone agrees they were generally larger than the Modern Warfare maps over the past few years. The games just didn't feel full enough unless you were playing Ground War. And Ground War is not my game, mostly because it's just, you need too many guys, and it takes too many people to be organized in the Ground War. It's a lot easier 6-on-6 to make sure that you actually have an organized team. And nice turnaround on that one.
Thanks. That's my favorite kill of the game mode.
Just caught that one looking up there for a second. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3, my favorite was actually Team Tactical, which actually reduced the groups to 4-on-4. So people complain about map sizes and they say, they're too big, they're too small. But you know what? Generally, you can make any map play well on some game modes. But again, the great maps play well in every game mode. That's the true hallmark.
Well, yeah, look at Modern Warfare 3. Look at Dome, look at Fallen, look at Mission.
Oh, so much fun.
They all have one thing in common, and that's a great B-Dom spot.
Yes, yeah.
It just keeps the game flowing, because the reason why I like Mission so much is because that spot is so contested. You get amazing firefights from one end to the other.
Constantly.
Just non-stop.
And they give you flanking options. You don't always get stuck in one spot. You have opportunities to move around, and that's one thing that I really like about the Modern Warfare maps, not just Modern Warfare 3, but Modern Warfare 2, and in COD 4, as opposed to, say, the Black Ops maps, is that they're not quite symmetrical. They, sometimes, if they don't do a great job, you get a little bit of a disadvantage from one side or the other. And I like that, this is something we know about Black Ops 2. They're putting some structures in place to take away, say, like those overtime issues, and that you're always going to switch ends on all those competitive game types with objective based, especially single objectives like capture the flag, search and destroy, things like that. They're going to be flipping the map, and I think that's a really great way to make sure that your map is well balanced and playable in all game types.
That's the key. We really felt that this was a topic that needed its own entire segment, and it allowed us to tell you guys from the beginning of the video that Maps 101 is coming out. We will show you how to get everything done. We can't wait to check out all the maps. I mean, for the most part, watching Gamescom and some of the gameplays, you're kind of getting the feel of the maps already. The cool part is that ever since COD 4, there's been a lot of time spent on trying to make maps look good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And based on all the videos that we've seen, all the game clips, Black Ops 2 has some really great looking maps. The environments look nice, colorful, bright, but most importantly, the maps look fluid and the gameplay looks fast, and that's going to be fantastic.
So thanks a lot for joining us today, guys, as we talk about maps, and can't wait to talk more as soon as we hit release.
Yes, Black Ops 2, baby, it's almost here.
Alright guys, have yourself a good one. We'll catch you later.
Later.